Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you again for joining us on episode number 3 of the Saturday Night Pregame. I got my guys here again. I got Chris. How we doing tonight, baby?
I'm good. How are you?
Living the dream, my man. Living the dream. I got Pat Lynch looking a little tight right now. How we doing, Pat? How we doing today?
Doing fine. He needs to get a little wine.
He's a little tight.
We just did a Smirnoff Ice chug, so that was lovely for everybody here.
I got Joe here again.
Loosey goosey, baby. Loosey goosey.
So we're just we'll let everybody in on that. We started tonight. Me and Chris went and we go to Binny's and checking for some new liquor, some beers. Treating ourselves right on a gorgeous Saturday.
If it's not at Binny's, it's not worth drinking.
Definitely.
As you said before, Chris, does that mean Pappy's not worth drinking? I can't find it there.
Apparently.
Well, here's the funny part to start. Actually, where we go, we're by my uncle's. Where we usually sometimes shop for liquor. We went to this liquor store, and we just were like, well, let's go. We haven't been there in a while, so we go in there. And it's looking a little light. And I don't know if that's because the pandy and things are just light. But the shelves seem kind of really light. So I was like, well, hey, how about we just go to a bigger liquor store? Because we were kind of looking for some specific things. And and of course, you can't go out the doors you come in. You got to kind of walk past all the workers who are giving you that look like, what either you're
What'd you come in for?
Yeah, so literally, some old lady with her mask down. Not that that's a big deal, but I did just notice that. Looks at it, she's like, what, nothing? And Chris didn't see it, and I was like, oh. And she's like, oh, you guys need any help finding anything? We're like, no, we're good. And they just literally, and it wasn't like the liquor store was hurting. There were a few people in there. They were just staring us down as we walked out the freaking door. I was like, lady, calm the fuck down.
Look at these pieces of shit not buying alcohol. You think
you're
you're better than us?
Yes.
Huh? You think you're better than us because you didn't get any liquor? Huh?
So let's run the alcohol. This beer has an interesting finish.
So then me and Chris went to Benny's, and I came up with the great idea of, I haven't done it in a long time, icing the boys. And so I iced them. They chugged. Both of them look a little bloated. Little burpy-ish.
Need some gas X after this podcast.
But no, it's a great start, and hope everyone had a great...
looking for somebody to fix my highball so I can get nice and tight.
It was like Green Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was good. Well, not really good, but also Pat can't chug worth of anything.
Yeah, evidently. My chugging days are gone, evidently.
Yeah, you were garbage.
Slow, very slow. Yeah. No argument there.
All right, so we got the fun chug out of the way. We're working with 2 whiskeys tonight.
Mountain Dew for Devil.
We got one. We got Bella Mead, straight bourbon. Chris is drinking that, and then Joe's
sour mash bourbon.
Sour, yes. And then Joe's work, because Joe was able to hold down a job for a year.
For once in his life.
Got him Basil's Hayden's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And the fish Joe made makes me a little nervous about what I'm about to experience here.
I believe it's a little spicy.
Did you guys have it when I brought it last time?
I don't think so. I think you had a little thing like this. I think it was me and you.
I couldn't tell you what whiskeys I've had.
Last weekend. I couldn't even tell. Oh no, we did have the fistful, but I only
remember
terrible.
the special ones that are really big occasions. Like Pappy, all the other stuff I don't recall. Other than the one from the Parks and that one.
Oh, the Lagavulin.
Yeah, that one.
And that one wasn't good either. Or the smoky
Scotch. That was Scotch. It was very smoky.
Yeah, the bottle was awesome though.
That was really cool. And so if you guys are big Parks and Rec fans, Chris wanted to try the Scotch, and we tried it, and. Okay.
I liked it.
You know, you need to put your big boy pants on, and Joe and Peter really didn't have their big boy pants on that day.
I mean, we had tried about 7 other kinds of
Granted, we also did I
had a public speaking event earlier in the week, and I had to use them, so I just didn't have them.
We did some Pappy that night.
We did the Johnny Walker Gold Label that had been aged from 18 years or 12 years to 30 years because Peter held on to it for another 18 years. And when he tries to pull the cork broke. Yeah, and the cork broke inside of it.
Yeah.
Very tense.
And then Pat's got a pretty. He's starting to build a nice collection of whiskeys and bourbons. I don't know if that's probably the same thing, so I just sound like an idiot. But that's okay.
No, I think they're like, I think it's like, yeah.
But, so we had some scotch, we had Pappy, what was it, the 15 year?
No, it was the 20-year.
Oh, we had the 15. So Chris and I had the 15 year. Well, Chris has a 15 year. I just like to say I have a 15 year. And Joe has a 20 year. And there's just nothing better than Pappy.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Very nice. And then what we're also drinking is a little bit of the Orange Avenue Wit.
Coronado Brooding.
Yes, where are they from? Out of
Coronado.
They are California.
Coronado,
So when we were at Binny's as well, we are just kind of...
it has a weird finish, so I'm not going to lie to me, in my opinion, personally. The beer's got to come out and finish.
Well, Pat Lynch, you can go sit outside and time out for 5 minutes, okay?
This is my house. I refuse to sit outside of my own
I
house.
don't know. I thought it was really
You're
good.
a real humdrum fuck. You know
I'm just my personal choice. I'm telling the people what they want to know.
I think I'm going to have to start using that, Joe, though. Humdrum fuck.
Humdrum fuck.
Well, and I mean, Halloween's past us. I hope everybody had a really nice one. We had a nice little party.
It was fun.
I can't fucking believe how the 4 in the mornings are still so rough the next day.
Yeah, well, it was technically like 5 in the morning
because
we went an hour back.
You know what's funny? I really didn't realize why I felt like shit all week until like Wednesday. I was like why I'm so tired always, and I was like, oh, because I'm fucking going to bed later than I really think. It was all
party for an extra hour than what you were used to.
Peter thinks he's got COVID over here, probably.
All week I'm like, God damn it, is it allergies? Is it COVID? Every little sniffle now is like...
Sarah got sick during the week.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like a stomach thing. But for a day or two, she's fine now. She's normal. But it was just like, is that COVID? No, she just had like a stomach bug. But it's like...
Every little thing.
Everything just, comes...
And I love how and we won't get into politics, and the election it is what it is. I think for 2020, for me, the thing to take away is just so many firsts. Like, the being completely told that you can't do something in America, I think is very foreign to most people. Which is, whatever. They had to do it. They just didn't understand it. They had to do what they had to do. I'm glad I don't have to make the decisions. The other thing is the election not being that night and being so up in the air. I don't know if we'll ever see that again.
Well, I was just thinking mail-in stuff. I mean,
but I want to ask this, and I don't know if you guys remember, is how long did it take for the 2000 election?
I get
the
that
recount. That was like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
I do. Yeah. I remember.
But I think that was more because of the recount in Florida.
Then it also went to the Supreme Court, and they shut it down in the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Yes, and I do remember. I remember that, but I don't remember I remember the hoopla of it, but I don't remember. I don't remember like actually being like thinking about it as like a big deal. I remember being kind of sad.
We're also very young though.
Yeah. No, exactly. I remember being very sad.
This one though was so different because it was so close. Like, you got to think about it. I think only one president in the history has never gotten a second.
Well, I don't think I just probably because you remember it's George W. or George H. Not H. But I think there's been quite a few.
Yeah, there've been some.
Oh, really? That lose?
In the modern era, that's the most. Carter was one.
Yeah.
Bush was one. I think one of the guys in like the.
Well, we were totally making a whole lot of... Listen, I'm sure people are could fact check this. And
Carter was definitely one. And so
Carter was, because Reagan was...
Reagan
was 2 years.
So what do I know?
Bush was, the older Bush was all...
Johnson was one because he didn't go for re-election. Lyndon B. Johnson didn't go for re-election. So he was,
yeah, but that doesn't count.
That counts like one term.
What I'm saying is...
He's not re-elected.
If they run and then... Yeah.
But yes, I can't wait to use that. But we'll see. It's going to be a fun month here.
I mean, at this point, Biden is the president.
Has been elected, but I don't. Trump has not.
It's not over.
He's not conceded.
Trump's already said, "Hey, no."
The fun has just begun.
So now it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think most people. It's one of those things. You like them or you don't like them. But
I thought this was a really cool election, being as tight as it was.
Yes,
it was. And then a lot of people say what bit Trump in the ass was all these mail-ins, and he was telling people not to mail in. So Republicans stood in line, and a bunch of Democrats mailed their stuff in, and then It was tight, and then all of a
I
sudden
think he was
pushed
thinking
it over.
he might be able to maybe fight that in court. It hasn't really.
I think he
but
tried it for multiple states. From
yeah,
what
a
I
couple
heard,
of them have thrown him out. But there will be a lot of.
No, he's gonna go after it in probably Arizona, probably Georgia, and probably
Pennsylvania.
Maybe
Wisconsin.
They said Wisconsin, Michigan. The margins are too large that it wouldn't really matter.
They were telling people
it's kind of crazy.
Votes
and even if there was they were talking about voter fraud, and it was and they said even some of the Republican guys even if there was some parties in the election, the margins are significant enough that it wouldn't really matter at this point. He's like it's not millions of votes. At most, it's like a couple thousand probably.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, some of the states that got flipped, like Georgia, that's got to be a shocker.
Well, I mean, Atlanta's a very big.
Yes, I was thinking. Well, I mean, you got a lot of people. Honestly, you got a lot of people moving from.
I mean, it's kind of
north down to the
it's
south.
like Illinois. I mean, the population in Chicagoland area trumps everywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 10 million people.
Well, you look at every state now.
Yeah, but like a huge city like Chicago, where it's 10 million people, and the whole state's probably 11 or 12 million people. That's a whole complete guess, but.
No, yeah. But there you go.
Like,
I love when we throw off facts.
But the whole entire state was, besides Chicago, was able to flip that fair tax vote. Yeah.
But but it is kind of weird. Like you think about it, and you look at like when they do these fucking stupid math things, which are ridiculous, and they've been on all, and it's like what our parents. That's all they watch right now is these. But they look at the maps, and it's literally red. And then like 4 little spots, and the state.
But say what you will about electoral college, but that's kind of why it's there.
Yeah,
for things like that, for reasons like that.
Well, yes, I do get that. I think. Well, that's a whole nother. Yeah. We could go down a whole wormhole.
What's not a political podcast?
But no, absolutely not. But the one thing I've heard that I thought was kind of interesting is instead of the take all aspect of a state, you could get a portion of a state.
Two states.
It's Nebraska and Maine have that.
Yes, which is kind of
the ranked voting. Is that
no? So literally, they do it by district. So like in Nebraska, I believe Trump got 3 of They have 4 electoral votes, and Biden got 1, and Trump got 3. And then I think in Maine, there's 2. Or no, there's 3. There's 3, and Biden got 2 out of the 3 or something. Yeah, something weird like that with Maine. Maine's either got 2 or 3, and Biden got 2 of them.
That seems better.
There were points.
Here's the reason why it's tough. It's because the small states like Iowa would not be a go get. You have to go get Iowa or a Ohio. You have to go get because now you're going to California. You're going to New York. You're going to Illinois. You're going to because you want to get a portion. You don't have to get it all, but if you get a portion of everything, it makes it a little weird. And again, like this is way. We're totally talking out of our ass this year.
Is there a word for? I hope someone smarter figure this is.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem.
You guys toast.
I don't like. There's so many good ideas, but that things you just never see. Like there's probably should be. This should open up the eyes to like another party, like either if it's the far left, the far right, the middle, like the two tier system. And we got Biden and we got Trump.
I think if you changed it to ranked voting, that would solve a lot of problems because then you're just picking multiple people that you believe in. You probably look at them more based on their what they stand for rather than their party.
I think what the election shows like those like with how close it was in a lot of states and in the majority, that if you're trying to push an agenda that's super one way, you're going to probably run into some problems.
One thing I did hear that was kind of I didn't think about this, but how they fucked Bernie again. And either you don't like Bernie, you don't like you don't. I don't honestly. Again, we honestly just don't care what your politics are, whatever. But this is just us shooting the shit. And I heard on a podcast that they. Like the chick from Minnesota again. The chick, this lady's probably is smarter than me, better than me in all ways. But the lady from Minnesota who's running, she pulled out. Harris pulled out, and they did that because they knew they were going to win. And as soon as they got out, they knew it was better for Biden because if they had to go up against, if it was Bernie, Biden, and say the lady from Minnesota, she would have taken more votes from Biden than Bernie, and so then Biden wouldn't have gotten as many. He wouldn't have got. Yeah,
I don't think Bernie would have won for the record. Bernie's so extreme. He would not. He wouldn't be trouble.
I mean, but like people are so manipulative.
Yeah.
In the way, like that takes so much thinking out and like who, and then you're at that point you're dropping.
dropped out. So they all dropped. If you think, I remember thinking like, wow, these guys are kind of giving up real early. And now hearing why they did it, it's like, oh man, we do not get a.
But that means somebody up above, and I don't mean this in a conspiracy way, but somebody then at some point is saying like, okay, we need this. You know, there's several people making the decision. This is who we want because we have a better chance winning.
Yeah.
And so that gets decided, and it's like...
I mean, they all look at those things, Joe. You think they're not doing this kind of stuff.
No, yeah, well, listen.
I heard someone
describe... We can talk conspiracies all day, but...
Republicans are doing this kind of stuff, too.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean,
I'm not saying one side is not... This is politics in general.
If you look what the Democratic Party did in Carolina to try to flip that seat, they put $57 million into that one guy's campaign to go against Lindsey Graham.
I'll never forget.
That's presidential money.
When we were in college and they were talking about how, like, the one chick who was running for governor of California spent, like, $50 million. And it's like...
Think about the money that was going into the fair tax. Ken Griffin put $20 million.
$47 million.
$47 million?
Yes.
It was I think it was even higher than that.
His cousin put in $500 million.
But I mean, like they literally it was like the biggest,
it was like $50 million from
it was
Pritzker,
it was the highest amount of money donated to general state cause in Illinois history.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you got
it was like they both sides were just literally destroying it.
Which is funny because the way the advertising looked, if you didn't know anything about it, I would be thinking, and this is just a perception thing, like they painted as this is the fair tax, but their advertisement was literally, do you hate sitting in traffic? That's not fair. You know what is fair? The fair tax. Vote yes for fair tax.
Or your taxes can be fair, yeah.
Yeah, and it just like
or the best. My favorite one was the fair tax one. Was like, do you want to? We're gonna lower your. You want to vote for lower property taxes? Get the fair tax. I'm like, yeah, because there's never gonna lower taxes than anything.
Oh yeah. Or when they put they did like a fair tax commercial, and at the end they put Trump's face. Like all right, that's you just that's
it was literally like a day or two before the election. They literally put a fair tax commercial, and they put Trump's face image into the commercial, saying that make the millionaires and billionaires pay their fair share.
What was? I didn't see anything against the fair tax though.
There was tons of them around against it.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. There's some single mothers
against it. Yeah.
Oh, there's
I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, because that makes
all I would see is the billboards.
Do you have streaming? You have ads in your streaming sites?
No,
that's why. Because you had ads streaming, you saw
pay
them
that
all.
premium, baby.
Just got that money,
Joe, let me get that hold on money, baby.
extra $3. Here you go.
Man holds a job for a year. He's got some money.
Joe's like, fuck them ads, baby.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we're talking about money. On our way here, Joe asked for a coffee, and we roll up to the Starbucks. First of all, it took honestly 5-10 minutes, and which is not a long time. But if you think about it, when you usually roll up to the drive-thru, they're like, "Hello, can I take your order?" Yeah. The guy's like, "Hey, I'll be back." They give us a time frame. He's like, "I'll be back," and
you got the Terminator.
Yeah,
I was looking at the same thing.
The dude comes.
Your coffee order, give it to me now.
And I've been practicing.
Get to the window.
Because I've never done a Starbucks order, so I'm like, can I get the venti? Can I get and Joe gave some specific weird ass order.
I just say large.
Yeah, and so we get our order and whatever. So we come around the corner and there's 2 cars ahead of us and fuck, this is gonna take forever. The first car goes, second car pulls. I'm not even kidding you, probably a good 3 feet off the window, and I was like, wow, what is this dude doing? Old man gets out of the fucking car, starts looking around on the ground. I shit you not. He picks up all the change that might have
He went into this knowing what he's going to do. He's like, hey, payday. Get me that Monday.
Going to get,
That's how he pays for that ad-free.
Could have picked up maybe $1 worth of change. Or 5 coins. He literally got about 5 to 7 coins. Got in his car, and I was like, oh, he's going to reverse try to get to closer to the window, and takes off. Motherfucker just came through the drive-thru to pick up some change. It reminded me of back in the day when people would go through the payphones and when they would do the change, to see if there was any coins in there.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I walk up, I'm laughing, the fucking teller's laughing. He's like, what the hell just happened? And I was like, I have no idea, dude. What old man just goes through the drive-thru and knows there's gonna be change on the ground?
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
That's
so sorry.
Wait, hold on. Also, side note. That tells you if you're not investing in your retirement now, get your fucking ass, get an IRA, get a Roth IRA, get a 401k, invest more because goddamn it, if you want to be the old man in a Starbucks drive-thru looking for 10 cents, that's gonna be rough.
Do you know how McDonald's have like under the drive-thru windows? They have like if you want to put your change into the to like
Yeah.
kids. I was literally in the drive-thru one time. This was like several years ago, and this guy was literally trying to get his hand in there to get like some money out of it. Like he was literally like it was in the drive-thru, like his hand, like a card. He had like paid for his order, and she had the money back, and the lady like walked away to go get his order, and he's like trying to like dig in there to get money out of it.
Christ.
I mean, obviously it's a little too small of a thing, but it still is ridiculous.
That is insane. It's just kind of all the time.
Something off of that, off of both of those. I had gotten some dry cleaning done, and then
big baller here. Man gets dry cleaning.
Damn, she's got fancy clothes that you need to dry clean. Evidently,
God damn.
Joe's the only man in COVID wearing clothes you got to dry clean.
I'm gonna have to start wearing some more slutty clothes around Joe.
So I was going
to
get dry cleaning, and then my sister happened to be driving by, and she lives in the same place I do. So she's like, "Hey, are you going to get food?" She was thinking I was going to the hot dog place, and I was like, "No, but I can get you something." So go get my dry cleaning, but I pay with cash.
Do I look like your bitch?
Yes.
It's only like $3, and I don't want to give the credit card fee.
Yeah.
So I pay with cash for the first time. I get change for the first time, and then I go to the hot dog place, which is cash only. So I have to pay cash again. And for the first time in
20 years, Joe has no cash on him.
I have
to pay for the dry cleaning.
I have like change on me.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I don't remember the last time
So you threw it in a poor person.
Yeah.
Made it hell.
Made
it fucking hell.
As I was in there and I was waiting for the food, some guy comes in, no joke, probably young 20-something-year-old.
Okay.
And he's asking for money. And he's like, "You got $1 you can spare?
That's so
I need to buy some food." Mind you, I've got my wallet in hand with
$100,
$20. Yeah, like $300.
I got no money, motherfucker.
I don't know how much a hot dog is anymore. Listen, get on my level. So
Joe gives him the change. He goes in the change bag and makes it hell on Joe.
Yes. So, but I felt so bad.
That's tough.
It's like, but I don't want to give him
Isn't that like
money.
the most awkward when you're in a restaurant and the person comes up to, like, they come up to you in the restaurant and they're like,
He asked me twice. He came to me, asked another guy.
Did you buy him a quote? Did you buy me?
Then came back to me and he's like, "Do you have?" He goes, first he asked me for $1. Goes to the other guy. Guy's like, shoots him down immediately.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. Then he comes back to me. He goes, "Do you have any change you can spare so I can get a hot dog?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry, man. I've got nothing. I'm sorry."
As you can do, Joe's jiggling. I've
only gotten food for people downtown like before, like at lunchtime.
Oh,
yeah. If someone's like, I'm hungry, like I guess I'll get some small.
Peter used to do that when we were down at the Paul. We would go into Walgreens, he'd buy an extra candy bar and give it to the guy that was outside asking for change or whatnot. If you ever give him a candy bar,
I don't want to give people food, like if they're gonna spend money or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
I did
if they actually want food. Sure.
My favorite was the guy that would get on the train at like California or Damon, and he'd be walking around. He's like, "I got mugged last night. Could you please spare some change?" And he would walk through the cart. If he got no money from the division, he'd go off, run across the platform to the train that was going the other way to get on and do the same exact. I mean, he was perfectly timed every fucking Tuesday and Thursday. 7:30 on the train, saying he got mugged the night before. I was like, "What the fuck, man? I've heard this story before."
Some of those dudes, you could tell they had some serious health issues. Like some of their some of the legs you'd see on those people, like with their diabetes and stuff. Like it was, it was horrible.
Well, especially, and listen, we're blessed, we're healthy, we have jobs, and in this right now, if you look at the stock market, you think, oh, the economy's doing great. And well, not for me, but it's not, and people are hurting, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of options right now. But I mean, and the flip side, there are jobs out there. It's just you got to be willing to do. You got to be delivering. You got to be Ubering. You got to be doing some weird shit. But there are jobs out there.
Uber's slowed a lot too. Like there's not people moving around. There's a lot less.
Yeah, but I think the future.
So, I mean, you can still do the Uber Eats and
no. You do stuff.
That's probably safer because also you don't want random fucking.
You can be hustling. I mean, you can always hustle, but
I did see a really cool article that there's this huge push now that employee or people looking for jobs are trying to pick jobs that you can always work remote in permanently.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And there's a huge jump to switch. And there's I mean, I was looking at the list. There's legal on there. There's financial things that I wouldn't expect to be remote. Are now moving that way.
I mean, I have a buddy who's in Michigan right now. He's been working in fucking Michigan since this started. Got a new job in this state, but now is in Michigan. Has never been to his new job office at all, and he's hoping that it goes to. They're probably talking next year. He's hoping he's going to turn it into a remote job, and then he can just go wherever the fuck he wants.
I know. In my company, I know some people have moved to other states for sure. I don't know what's going to happen when we go unremote at some point in the future. But
I've thought about it. I'd love to go somewhere warmer, but dude, the problem is there's just all right. Go somewhere warmer, but be by yourself, or deal with the shit winners and have the people that are in your family. And your friends, it's a tough decision. Everybody's got to probably
friends like this. I'm picking warmer weather, baby. I'm picking warmer weather.
Come on now.
You see that? You see, Des Bryant got put on the active roster for the Ravens.
No,
on the back in the NFL. Yeah.
Wait,
since we're talking about NFL,
wait. Can we pick him up in fantasy? Is the question.
Yes,
because he probably should be able to. He's. I
might need to take a few minutes because my fantasy league has no receivers.
Yeah, he just got put on the active roster.
Right. Speaking of football, let's get to our weekly 5-team parlay.
Wait. Well, let's go over our dog shit, absolutely garbage picks last week.
That we never made.
We didn't save actually.
Which is great because you guys would have lost your asses, right?
Oh my God, was I mad?
Let's talk about one thing though. How about Joe Keneally went on a 3-minute tangent last podcast about how Dallas
is a garbage team,
and then he picked against Dallas in his conference pool.
Let's fucking talk about this because you're like,
don't come at me, girl.
In the text message, I'm gonna talk about this. So I said,
get him, Joe.
Hey, Chris, and NB is winning by 10, so that would have been.
I told you to make that fucking bet.
Damn it.
There isn't too many that I can call out, but like when you see something stupid as Clemson being a 5.5-point favorite on the road with their starting quarterback on the sideline with COVID, you take the bet against them.
Wait, I'm sorry, but just to go back a hot second, the Orange Avenue Wit.
Yeah, it tastes like Blue Moon.
I don't get Blue Moon at all from that beer.
Let me give it.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Blue Moon's way more orangey.
I'm going with you on this one. And it's
I'm not saying it tastes exactly, but it's definitely.
I'm going to go closer to a 3-1-2 with a little bit of an orange.
Yeah, that's what I would go with as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not going to deny you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, I don't want to go over on. God damn, it's fucking Green Bay.
Green Bay shit second half.
Just really dog shit.
Yeah.
Buffalo, and then last second pass interference call against San Diego screwed us because San Diego should have won that game by a touchdown.
Yeah, that one pissed me off too. Man, our
picks are dog shit.
Our picks have been absolutely garbage.
For those listening home, we're also in a confidence pool that
and Pat Lynch has been very good.
All of us.
So
I'm not going to talk about it because this is probably the best year we've had, so I don't want to talk about any of that.
Oh, I want to jinx him. Jinx him. Jinx. No, it's just.
We need to catch up.
Yeah,
I've had a lucky year, as they say, even a blind
squirrel has not had a good year.
Even a blind squirrel finds it every now and then, so this is my.
Chris, you're back. I know why you're back hurt this week.
Carrying
the team.
Carrying the team.
All right, let's get to this 5-team parlay.
Do we want to talk about how?
I thought we were talking about how. Can we just go back to how Joe out in the text messages?
How dominant I was last weekend in beer pong. Do we want to talk about that at all today? I have notes.
That we should
probably talk about how dominant Peter McGraw was at beer pong last week.
I remember playing with Peter McGraw and we were pretty dominant as a team.
That's all I'm saying.
I remember knocking Peter McGraw out in Flip Cup.
I remember Chris McGraw destroying me in one of the games.
Oh, I do remember that.
I remember
you were so pissed. You wanted to go right in the beer pong.
No, we're done. We're not talking about. Okay, go ahead. Let's go back to football.
Go to the parlay now.
Because I'm not going to lie to you. On Sunday, I woke up and I was like, man, that was a really fun time, guys. And then I thought, oh no, I was kind of a dick. Because
I lost in Flip Cup to Chris.
Yes, was it Chris? And who else did we get a little... Who else? There's somebody else.
I got $2 of your money because I beat you 3 times.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's stop talking.
Yeah. It was like I felt like Michael Jordan the Last Dance where I was going to the dollar like bet.
You felt like Michael Jordan.
You're the little guy with the Jerry curl.
I just wanted Peter McGraw's money in my pocket is all I wanted.
All right.
So anyway, back to Joe's story of Pat calling him out
because he was shitting on Dallas for like 5 minutes and then he picked them to win in the game.
All right, Pat. I've been thinking about this, all right? Because I want to paint this picture clearly. Because you're such a judgmental fuck on this thing.
Wait. What do we call him? What are we doing?
A humdrum fuck, all right?
Humdrum fuck.
Here's what I was saying. People talk about Dallas being this great team, and
And you said they're dog shit.
And they're dog shit. They're mediocre.
Yes, you picked them to beat Philadelphia.
Here's what's wrong with America, Pat. That sort of animosity bullshit. It's got to be one way or the other. You can't meet in the middle. Here's my thing.
You can't
Dallas could suck.
Pick 'em.
Dallas could suck, but nobody talks about how Dallas sucks. Everybody talks about how Philly sucks. I just didn't think Dallas sucked as much as Philly, but I still think Dallas sucks. Therefore, I am right on both takes, but the game was decided differently. I think my feelings can be felt. And if you're not going to paint
it's just humorous that Joe decided that a third-string quarterback for Dallas would be beating Philadelphia.
Listen, man, I know I don't like Dallas, and I think they suck. I just thought Philly was going to suck more, and I was wrong.
Did you just call him an idiot? No, I said asshole.
Alrighty.
Joe, so the serious question, Joe, did you pick Dallas to upset Pittsburgh this week? Or did you pick Pittsburgh?
Joe probably didn't make any picks.
No, I didn't.
Joe made his picks.
Max
I did make picks.
Fucking Maxwell House.
I'm pretty sure I picked Dallas. I'll double check that right now. But
I hope you didn't pick Dallas this week because they're not looking good.
Yeah, they're starting some other random.
I did pick Green Bay at 16. Woo woo.
Oh, 16.
Yeah.
What did Pat Lynch have on that one? 16?
I had 14, I believe, or 13.
We had 15, so we're 2 points. We're all beating Pat Lynch this week so far.
Can't doubt.
Wait, I can't have Doug Bryant. I have the other guy in the Ravens. Son of a bitch.
Brown.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to these 5-team parlay here for the week. So.
Oh, I got the Steelers. They were playing the Steelers.
Oh, I was gonna say that's not
no.
What do you think the Steelers cover in this game is going to be to beat Dallas?
Wait, what is it?
Hey guys, let's beat that spread this week. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So let's go again because we have. So other thing is this is we're actually live now, so we might actually have people who are listening to this. Probably not. Let's be honest. But we have pushed this out to a few people. And if you're not a sports person, you probably have no idea what we're talking about. So I just want to kind of go over it again. We are
Joe last week who didn't know about spread.
Yeah. We're gonna try to make it
great job faking it till that point.
So we'll probably try to make this a little quicker because we don't want to.
You actually mentioned it out loud, huh?
And so we don't want to bore anybody, but we're in a pick 'em. So you pick who you think's gonna win against the Vegas gambling odds. So like today, Pittsburgh versus Dallas, the Vegas books think that Pittsburgh's going to win by 15 points.
Or more. Yeah.
Or more. Or no, 15 points. So we have to decide if we should go over or under that. That's all that is.
I think yes for the record in that one.
Okay. I'm okay with that one.
I mean they lost to Philly by what?
And Zeke's not playing anymore.
But yeah. I got it. I mean they have.
I'm okay with that one.
They have a good defense, and Pittsburgh has a good enough offense. Like, goddamn, that should happen.
And
all right.
If it doesn't, we're gonna beat Pittsburgh.
Green Bay would have been a nice one to get on Thursday. We didn't do that. So Atlanta by 4 over Denver. I don't like that one.
I don't think choose that one either.
Seattle by 3 over Buffalo in Buffalo.
I got a tickle bitty.
Oh, we got a Chris Tickle.
Actually, I lied. I do not have one.
Come
on.
Oh, man. It's like one of those times you get a pick, and it's like,
I think that might be
not a tease, not really a tease.
I guess that'd be a maybe on that one. We'll move
on. Hold on. I may have one for that.
Okay. Oh, she's coming back with another pick.
Well, you let us know, Chris. We're going to move on here. We got Indianapolis by 1 over.
Yes, I actually have one for that.
You got a tickle bitty.
I have a tickle bitty for that one. The Bills have failed to cover in 4 straight games.
So that would be good for us.
So if you in that one you would pick Seattle.
I would think Seattle could win by 3 because their offense is quite good.
I'll agree with that.
Defense dog shit. Offense is quite good. All right, so we got 2 so far.
We're going quick today.
We got the Colts. Yeah, we got the Colts by 1 over Baltimore.
I got another one for you.
Oh,
Chris about the
Tigglebitty.
Chris Tigglebitty here.
Indianapolis
is 0-3 against the spread as a home underdog under their current coach.
I still like the game as a 1-point spread. I mean, I think I see both are winning, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what the other ones come up with. Maybe we'll come back to that.
Okay, give me that one more time.
Indubitably.
So Indianapolis is 0-3 against the spread as a home underdog.
Yeah, fuck it.
So they're under.
We got lucky with them last week. Anybody need a beer?
Please.
Oh man, baby boy, you just killing that drink over there. I got you.
I'm thirsty.
Somebody liking the orange win.
Next game would be Houston by 7 over Jacksonville on the road in Jacksonville.
I have a tickle bitty, but it's not one for that's going to be any good for us to help on this. But both teams are 3-12 against the spread this year. I say we don't touch this fucking game.
Next,
got Kansas City by 11 or more over Carolina in Kansas City.
I got another one for you.
I don't know.
Chris McGraw.
I got Teddy Bridgewater.
Chris McGraw has been working hard on research, baby.
Carolina quarterback Teddy Bridgewater is 20-4 against the spread in his career as an underdog, including the playoffs.
You think they can keep it within 11? They have a good offense. They have a not so good defense.
Their defense is okay. It's not great.
Yeah, and they're in KC though. And KC's 7.
I think you're probably better off choosing the Ravens one than this one. But
okay, let's go on. So let's keep that for a thing. We got the Detroit Lions at the Minnesota Vikings, and the Vikings are favored by 4 in that game.
Chris McGraw, Minnesota has
Wait, whoa. Don't you dare. Chris's tittle bitties.
Tittle bitties.
Tiggle bitties, not tittle bitties.
Yeah, Peter said tittle bitties. I'm just copying what Peter said.
Well, Peter said too many drinks.
Do not get your shit together over there.
Enough of this tit for tat. Let's hear the Tiggle bitties.
Minnesota has covered each of the past 5 meetings between these teams.
Okay, good to know.
So that means Minnesota
would be covering the 4.
Yeah, 4 points.
Okay.
Yeah,
the next one is Tennessee by 7 over Chicago. I know the Bears are a very popular favorites and not to cover that 7.
I would go with that.
It's 50-50 right now between both on Pat's little screen here.
Yeah, but I've read some articles that everybody picks the Bears to cover the 7.
Really?
I'm not sure why, but
the offensive line's got nobody.
The Bears' offense is
I honestly think their centers, the fourth string starting at center.
Alex Barr is now the starting center this week. He moved him from guard over to center.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because their original guy was hurt, and he got
COVID. He was hurt, then he got COVID,
and then he gave the backup COVID.
Yep.
And the guard had got started. That's kind of crazy. How much COVID is running rampant in the NFL, and they're not going to let the NFL's like, I don't care.
No, they're pulling
because the NFL has such a long history of player safety. It's shocking that they don't care.
Okay, and Pat wins that bet.
Yeah.
Next game.
That's what college football's trying to do, but people are like, no, you can't do that.
They'd argue to pay him at that point, and that's even a worse thing for college football.
Yeah, man.
So next one is Washington covering 3 over the New York Giants.
We got a Chris Tiggle bitties.
Ooh.
The Giants have covered 7 straight and 16 out of 20 on the road since 2018. That means they're covering at an 80% rate.
Man, they really cover.
It's a very different team that was
like a heavy weighted blanket.
True, but
they covered the Tampa Bay spread last week for sure.
Who were they playing?
Washington.
I would take that.
So Washington will not win by 3 or more.
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's pretty tight.
It is pretty tight.
Okay, let's skip that.
We'll come back. There's a lot of tough games this week.
There's a lot of tough games.
Las Vegas Raiders beating the Los Angeles Chargers by
Los Angeles.
That's a pick'em. That's basically a pick'em. They're saying.
Yeah, will Las Vegas beat Los Angeles?
It's a straight pick'em.
Pat Lynch pronounced
Las Vegas is a 2.5 underdog. It looks like.
Will I not stumble through a sentence?
You've literally not said one sentence today at all.
That is not
How much have you been drinking?
It's a little tough because, both these teams have changed cities the last year, so, my brain wants to go to their old cities.
Yeah, fuck them. I don't like that game.
I would like to pick Los Angeles, but they probably would fuck us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would pick the Raiders actually in the game, so I think that's probably not a good week. Arizona by 5 over Miami. Miami's deceptively a decent team.
Yeah, decent team. I bet they're pissed, too, because they probably wanted a decent draft pick.
And then we got Tampa Bay by 5 over New Orleans in Tampa Bay. That's a tough one.
That's another tough
one. Considering fucking New Orleans barely
Man,
squeaked by against the Bears.
And Michael Thomas coming back for the Saints, just for the record. Who my number 1 fantasy choice is finally playing a second game for the year.
That kind of sucks because I'm playing versus him this week.
Final game this week is New England by 9 over the Jets.
And the final, Chris Tiggle Bitty. Bill Belichick is 6-1 against the spread in his career when facing a team 0-3 or worse outright.
He hates the Jets too. He hates the Jets.
All right, let's do that. I like that. Let's go with the Patriots.
Who likes the Jets at all?
I like their chant. Jets, Jets.
Or
here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Or the final one would be the Tennessee Titans have a stadium that goes in their stadium when you're there. It's tighten up, baby, tighten up.
There's a stadium that goes in their stadium.
There's a chant that goes in their stadium.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
I thought
the other good one was when we were in New York and we found that Eagles bar and they just sang the Eagles fight song and they just spell out Eagles at the end of it.
What about New Orleans with the third down? Guy standing up there with his cape on and rolling the thing up.
Clearly, we've been to a number of sporting contests and sporting bars in our lifetime.
Just a few.
All right, so I'm thinking of these games. We're gonna go with.
You think the Bears cover that 7?
I don't want to pick. I hate picking the Bears for anything.
Yeah, you don't really want. You don't.
What do you
wait? So we got the Patriots. Wait, let's start again.
Do you think Minnesota?
Minnesota is
the three we've chosen are Seattle to cover 3, Pittsburgh to cover 15, New England to cover 9.
Okay, so we got 3. Wow. Got a little bit of ways to go here. Joe, you wanna
so Minnesota is covered each of the past 5 meetings.
Well, as I go through my Rolodex of information in my brain,
Joe's sporting accoutrement.
Joe's thinking
statistics
pick
here.
Dallas.
Dallas
sucks. So
I know the Jets
Dallas.
are 0-16 over 2 time zones when they have to travel 2 time zones. So anytime, this was actually a statistic that I heard on a podcast 2 days ago. But when they travel over 2 time zones, they tend to lose. And that's
the Bears
a
are
real
0-6
thing
against
measure.
NFL Europe teams, so
let's go.
Statistics are so ridiculous.
I know we took Tennessee last week, and that was tough.
No, we didn't take
No,
Tennessee.
we didn't take Tennessee.
I told you, we said no.
Oh, okay.
I think Minnesota comes
Pat wanted to take that one.
Who they play?
No, Peter wanted to
Detroit?
take them.
Detroit?
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Minnesota.
Okay, so
Wait,
Minnesota.
Chris, do you want to say? You want to say Detroit covers that? Is that what you want to say?
No, I said Minnesota is covered.
So Minnesota covers 4. Okay, we're gonna go
covers the
What's
4.
that Atlanta one? The Atlanta sucks.
It's not good. It's minus. It's 4 points at home for Atlanta against Denver.
Well, I would say then haven't.
You
know, Atlanta hasn't won at home.
Do you think Denver covers the 4?
Their quarterback.
We'll get a Chris McGraw.
This is not a video. This is a little note for you, Joseph.
This is not a great. There are not a lot of good options.
Here you go, Pat. The little note on this is Atlanta's 0-4 outright at home and as a favorite this season. Atlanta is also 2-7 outright as a favorite since the start of last season.
So that would be you pick Denver to cover the 4.
You would pick Denver to cover the 4 on that one.
It's a tough one.
I mean, the other ones aren't great options either. You got to get.
Let's go. I'd say Tennessee over the Bears.
To cover 7 touchdown over the Bears.
Yeah, okay. I don't think the Bears are good.
All right.
You think you want Tennessee to beat them by more than 7 points?
I think the Tennessee is going to beat the Bears.
Win by 7 or more.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go with.
That's ballsy.
We're going with this. We'll see how this plays out next week on the podcast.
It's going to suck. Listen.
Because if Peter's wrong, we're going to light his ass up all week.
I honestly don't think we've made it out of the fucking first set of games.
But probably the first 10 minutes of a game, let's be honest. It gets blown out.
Because like they always had those 12 o'clock games, and we pick like 3 of them, and then one of them, like 2 of them were going great, and then one of them just like, you like that? You like that? You like the pepper?
All right, what's the over-under on the, anybody know what the over-under is on the Jets, Patriots?
45.
Really, that many points, huh? Okay. Offensive yards, I'm going to go with 407 or 550 yards.
I like it.
We're going with that. We're going to submit the answer.
That's where we fucked up last week. I kept asking that question. Nobody wanted to answer me, so we never submitted it.
All right, our parlay is locked in, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't bet on us.
Well, this is a
bet against us. Bet against us.
You will hear this after the games have played, so you'll know. You know how.
Well, this one's actually going to be probably pretty close this week, so you'll know how shitty we are.
Let's go tomorrow morning. You're not going to hear this.
No, you're not. Yeah, of course not. So you won't be able to bet against us. Sorry. Yeah, so you just
know
how dumb
You're welcome.
Guys
You're basically welcome.
Decided to listen to. So what does that say about you? I'm just saying.
Listen, we all know I made all the decisions in these bets tonight.
I know, I love that about you, Joe.
Joe Keneally just took over this podcast.
Joe, what have you been up to? It's. I feel like you're a little tired today.
Joe did have an extra. The biggest coffee they possibly had, is what you said.
Also, Starbucks versus Dunkin' Donuts, price-wise.
Yeah, the Bucks says you'll never complain about Dunkin' Donuts in your lifetime when you go to the Bucks.
Also, it's not about the money. I'm just saying. It's just, woo.
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted the cold coffee. And so that's what I've heard people say.
Spoiler alert. They didn't have cold brew anymore, but they gave us, he told me, this guy also said, listen, I got you. The iced coffee, same difference.
I'm going to throw the change on the ground. You get out the guy box.
He's like, I'll throw the foam on top. It'll be just like a Cobra. I'm like, whatever you want, bud.
Fun fact, I had a friend once in high school who said, like, he went to Dunkin' Donuts and they asked for an iced coffee and they're like, no, we don't have any right now. He's like, do you have coffee? And they're like, yes. Do you have ice? He's like, yes. Like, then you have iced coffee.
It's like that bit where, there's I forget what comedian, I've heard this on podcasts all the time. One guy, or maybe it's a comedian, who always bitches like when he wants to get decaf. He's like, we're going to have to wait like 10 minutes because we have to brew it. And he's like, what the fuck? Why don't you have like gallons of like, and it's like, well, it's decaf, you idiot. But, wait, like, why are you so tired today?
No, so, because I'm an idiot, basically. So
Joe, not you.
As the podcast world is finding out, Joe.
Well, I was last night. I was doing nothing. I had the night to myself.
Where's the laptop?
Yeah, where's the laptop at? Where's that laptop at?
Gets to send your candles going.
So I got
Joe, your biceps looks much bigger this day.
That's such a weird point out. That's
Okay,
anyway.
keep going.
So
Let's
I was
not
like,
mix
I'm
it
gonna
anymore.
get some wings. You know, I'm gonna watch a bunch of movies. Just relax.
I'm gonna get the laptop.
I had
We know what type of movies.
a lot of beverages of the alcoholic persuasion.
It's all Friday.
And so I just like, yeah, chilled. And I watched movies through the night. And then I was like, you know what? I don't need to go to bed. I could just pull out the bit of my couch and I could just fall asleep right here. And I don't need to put my dog Appa in a crate. He'll just fall asleep right next to me. And he did. Until about 6 o'clock this morning when he started barking and waking me up. And at that point, I had to walk him, feed him, walk him again. So I was up the rest of the day.
Who'd you do all day
So I literally ran errands.
Okay, that I just put up too much whiskey and a cup of noise. Woo! So you just did errands all day?
Yeah, I just cleaned up my place, picked up my dry cleaning.
Got the laptop out again.
Yeah,
Then where's the laptop at? Where's the laptop
Dog goes
at?
and hides in the
All
bedroom.
right, if you do not know that bit, do yourself a favor.
It's Kevin Hart bit.
Kevin Hart, goddamn, his early stuff. Okay, so he was just off to the side. And we'll kind of wrap this up because, again, we don't want to waste all your time. But Kevin Hart, his early stuff, phenomenal. Tom Segura, early stuff, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Comedians, before they kind of get like overly popular and then they can't do as much, so there's not as much life experiences, like Kevin Hart's early shit is so fucking good. It is ridiculous. His uncle who comes out of prison, like,
yeah,
insanely good.
It's something you noted, or I feel like I've seen is they kind of fall. You know, they you watch them as they start from, and you get the opportunity, so you get introduced to them, and then you can pull all their stuff off of Netflix or whatever, and see that progression. And then because they're only doing it once a year, it seems like some of them fall into a, it's not as diverse of a thing. And they kind of ride a line and they're like, this is what people like, and this is where...
It kind of depends on your style of comedy too. I think a little bit. It depends on like if you're more of like a real life experience kind of guy, or if you're like...
Do yourself a favor and get yourself some Ralphie May in your life. That's all you really need.
But I mean, if you look like a Bill Burr, like who's just like pointing out things, observation, like a Dave Chappelle, like their life, obviously they're all very wealthy, very well, but they're still very funny.
Yes. Here's the thing. I think also, like, one comedian said this best. There's nothing like live. If you have never seen a live comedy show, just go. Like, I've gone to...
We see what Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Bert
Yeah. I've gone to the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, that's
and the Laugh Factory, I've seen somebody bomb. And it was like, oh shit. Like, everybody in the crowd was like, oh, this is a bomb. This is a guy bombing right now. And it was... And he started off so strong and just fucking lost.
Yeah, that's why I've been there for. I've never seen a bomb. I've been there for, like, several times. And it's always
it was so awkward. Like, they came up and like, hey, Chris McGraw, get the fuck out of here.
They got the big old hook. They just drag you off by the head. It's like, oh,
he was like so deer-eyed. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's tough for them to do that, but I mean,
I'll never do it, but I've always thought about it.
To try.
Like, just to go up to a stage, like a...
For the record, you both would bomb.
Oh, I'm not implying that
I would
be
be
trying to... Yeah.
I'd be so good. I'd be like... I literally would probably bring a picture of you, Pat.
This is what you call the whiskey. This is the whiskey talking right here.
I would just, go off on you. Be like...
This humdrum fuck.
It's like the Clint Eastwood bit with Barack Obama.
Yes, you gotta share.
Only you have...
Pat Lynn.
Something that nobody knows about.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be just as good.
I feel like I'd be like
that's not something the bar high, Joe.
I'm trying to remember the Will Ferrell movie or like whatever movie it was where the guy's like tapping the microphone, he's talking into it very softly, like and it's like I can't remember the movie, but like he's like on the microphone, it's like it's just test. Like that's how I would be up there.
Is it?
Huh?
No, it's not Step
No, I can't remember the movie, but like there's a movie where somebody goes up to a microphone and does that, and like that's how I feel like I would be. I'd be like very soft-spoken, like quiet talking into
it. So just terrifying.
So terrifying.
It's funny because comedians say it all the time. Every day we could do our job. They could do our job. And like, no, you're right. Like, here's the thing. Also, to be a good comedian, you have to be a little bit fucked up. You also just have to go for broke. Like, you just have to know you're going to live out of your car at some point, probably.
All I know is that if I have 100 Joe Keneally's in that audience, I'm going to fucking kill it because everything I say, Joe Keneally laughs at pretty much.
I'm a whore for jokes.
Yeah,
man.
you are.
I love laughing.
So, I mean, like, all right, the election's done. Our holidays, like, my favorite holiday, Halloween's out of the way. What do we have? What do we really have left to kind of, like, look forward to? Thanksgiving, I don't know about you guys. My family's completely canceled it. Mm-hmm. Christmas,
my parents
canceled it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably deep fry a turkey. And then for Christmas,
New Year's will be kind of disappointing, probably.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, New Year's we got to figure out something.
Okay, so side note, and we'll get close to ending this, but so Joe, this is his 30th birthday of the year. Not because he looks maybe 25, ladies. Don't worry.
23.
I smiled and winked and nobody could see that. I was like, oh yeah, this is...
The funny joke is one of our buddies talks about how Joe in our first episode talks about describing a picture that it's a fucking podcast that nobody can see. But I was listening to this podcast about some of the cartels, and Puerto Vallarta, where we were going to go, used to be fucking pretty sketchy.
Oh,
and I was like, oh God!
Yeah, the Mayan area is much more tourist.
When I went to Cancun, they talked about some areas in between where I was staying, and then even the city. Yeah. It's like, listen, you go outside this part, it could be real sketchy, you know.
Well, hey, listen, we're not going to be able to fucking leave our house probably.
No.
And so people like, hey, you're going to get a ton of these podcasts because if we got shit to going on. When we're stuck at home, might as well pregame and talk some shit and entertain you.
We're gonna pregame to go nowhere. Where are we going? Nowhere.
Tonight, this might be the last
500 feet downstairs to Patrick's basement.
Where I show off my beer pong skills.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Well, honestly, like this might be the last night, guys. Like if this weather, I mean, we're in Chicago. The weather is.
It's 70 degrees in November for some reason.
It's unbelievable. You always get 170 in November.
No,
and
you get like a couple like
no, you might be right. It's usually October.
You get like a couple of 50 days maybe in November.
You'll get a couple 60s when you're there, but like it's like this is probably the last weekend where you're gonna be able to go out and enjoy yourself without freezing your nuts off.
Get a little golf in, like tomorrow. Like I'm trying to figure something out to do outside because like this is it. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna be stuck at home. And the governor here is already talking about shutting everything down. Yeah. It's getting fucking real sketchy. So you guys are going to get a lot of these podcasts. Hopefully you're somewhat enjoying them. Maybe
a lot of Joe Keneally in your life for the next like 6 months.
Do we have an email address?
Not yet, but we do have a Twitter. And we're going to have an Instagram. We're going to have a Facebook. And we're going to get you guys.
I would welcome anybody who actually listens to this podcast to reach out to us. I would love to hear from anybody who listens.
Pat Lynch wants it because I'm not looking at anything. I promise you that. I don't care about your comments.
I think it would be great to hear your comments.
I don't give a shit about
man looking for validation.
Yeah,
that's all that. This is.
All that is. Joe Rogan talks about all the time.
It's not validation. No.
Down. Don't give it.
I don't think Pat's looking for validation. I just want Pat wants to hear some feedback, maybe, or just see what people think.
We're not going to change anything.
No. I would love to. I would love to.
Nothing. Listen, this is honestly. I'm starting to look forward to this. I love this whole little. Because I love a good pregame.
I mean, if you want to throw some topics for us to discuss, I'd be down for that.
No, absolutely not. Dude, we'll need.
Hey guys, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. hit that like button. It helps me out.
What the fuck are you doing?
Subscribe it.
Hey, calm down.
Drop down in the notification.
We're not on YouTube yet. God damn it. YouTube ain't paying us shit.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
Dude, get on my level.
Fucking Coors Light needs to get on my level. God damn it.
I don't know if you guys know. Well, you can't see it, but Joe's already got all his sponsors on his shirt now.
Joe's being sponsored by goddamn soccer shirt.
Joe's like a goddamn NASCAR race car over here.
He's already reaching out to
Condom Depot.
Yep.
The fleshlight.
Definitely
wants the fleshlight.
Mm-hmm. For him.
I mean, I was reaching out to them before, but now I have an even better reason.
Viagra's one of Joe's. Yep. I don't understand that one, but.
All right. Well, hey, listen.
Whoop! If you're out there, hit me up, baby.
Coors Light, if you're listening to this, hit me and Peter up. We would love nothing more than that.
I should be on that one. We did.
Pat Lynch wants to be a part of it. You know what? Just Coors Light. If you want to sponsor this podcast, we'd be thrilled about it.
It will not cost you much at all.
Yeah.
No.
Just a case of Coors Light.
Send a few cases every week. We'll call it. We'll plug you all you want.
But seriously, guys. This is starting to be the only thing in the pandy that I can think that I can look forward to. I really want to thank you guys. For anybody who's listening, I'm sure it's just all friends and family at this point. And we definitely appreciate it. And hopefully you guys like it. If you don't, guess what? We don't care. Have yourself a drink tonight. Enjoy yourselves. Stay healthy. It's kind of crazy. The election's kind of pulled away from the pandemic. And again, the pandemic, COVID's probably not as bad as it most people. But just, you don't want to get it and spread it around. So just be careful.
Yeah, so just be down with OPP.
OPP.
Jam.
Honestly,
I'm all about OPP.
Honestly, just have a great week, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next Saturday.
Guys,
can't wait to see you guys.
Want to do one last little cheers here?
There we go.
Appreciate it. Have a great week, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.